Symposium. This is always a fun presentation when Dr. Thornton's students get to show off. So would you like to introduce your students?
Absolutely, yes. So this fantastic team here worked in Game Design 2, where we get to do 3D games, and a few of them go a little bit further than 3D and also do virtual reality, which is an extra level of difficulty. So they did a really cool game here, and you guys take it away.
Well, like you said, this was made for Game Design 2, and it was made over the course of, I guess, about 3 or 4 months. And basically what we wanted to do is make a samurai simulator game. So your Vive controllers are the samurai swords, and you'll be attacked from pretty much every direction by ninjas, and you'll be deflecting shurikens and fighting them with the swords. So if one of you guys wants to put on the headset, we can go ahead and demonstrate it. So as you can see, it's a fully modeled 3D world that was done by actually him who's playing the game right now. And we had another team member who couldn't make it today, but he's the one who modeled the ninjas as well.
Hey, Paul. Can't hear you.
Turn it down.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it.
So as you can see, the enemies kind of approach you from all sides, and that's where the virtual reality comes in. You can look around in every different direction and just try to make sure that you're not getting attacked from all sides. And originally, this didn't start off as something that we were going to do in VR. We had the idea to do some kind of game like this, and then Josh stepped in and said that he wanted to do something with VR, and we all were on board because we thought that was a great idea. So if you want to talk about Vive a little bit.
So yeah, I had the idea to do this game in VR, and I thought it would be, the samurai game would be perfect for VR because that's the kind of thing that, VR would be really good for because you got the two-hand controllers, you got the ability to look around, have like good reactions in VR because VR is able to track fast reactions like needing to deflect projectiles and attack enemies and such.
But as you can see, this is our game over screen. But it does track how well you did the game. So each of our team members had a different piece of the game to work on. I worked on a lot of the enemy AI, so when the enemies are throwing the shurikens and things at you and jumping down from the roof, that was me. Chase here modeled the entire world.
Matt, I made the inside of the building, how it looks. I did all the design for that, and then I modeled the outside surroundings, so let me show you in this view. I made the mountains, the trees. Can you go to the scene view?
I'm going to show you.
Yeah, so see, I have running rivers and the waterfall and clouds, and I made all that from scratch using Unity's design features.
And all of that is visible from within the playing area as well. It's not something that the player would probably concentrate on because it is a little chaotic when you're playing the game. But you can see a lot of the ponds and stuff if you look around, so that's really cool to see. You can hear the sound if you want. Yeah.
for the sounds, I just went online to find some like shuriken throwing and sword flashing. And I just used the audio editor to take clips from it that I needed.
And I guess I'll speak on behalf of our other team member as well. He made the models for the ninjas, like I said, the enemies in the game.
And he did the animations for them, like when you see them throwing the stars, he was the one that moved their body parts to make the motion from the model that he created.
So he worked really hard on that, and I think it turned out really well. There's one enemy spawn where they jump down from the balcony, and I think that's my favorite one, just because of how neat it looks when he kind of jumps down and then starts throwing stuff at you at ground level. But
If anyone would like to try playing it,
If you've never played VR before, watching it on the screen versus doing it is a whole different experience. It's really cool. You will look like a fool to everyone here, but you should do it.
Well, should I volunteer you? VR is cool.
Are you saying you volunteer?
I volunteered at the Walsh.
I thought she said she volunteered.
No, I have played with them and we have taken.
Is this your first time?
I played VR before, but
And they like it. It is a lot. Almost everybody in the administration tried it except.
Don't forget the battery pack. You've got wireless on.
It's cool. You can actually feel everything.
what'd you say?
Yeah. You get that on him? Thanks.
These are cheap.
All right, I'm afraid he's going to pull that off with his hand. We'll see.
that's it. Let's stop it there.
Looks a lot like the hokey pokey.
And I heard some of these things are little things. It takes a lot of time to make it happen.
just take some time getting used to looking around everywhere.
Yeah, we need a beginner level, don't we, to help you out.
You guys can really hard.
I can't hear them coming.
You can try it if you want. I'll restart.
Am I allowed to ask a question?
Yeah,
Please.
Does it turn red the closer you get to death?
it does. Yeah.
I'll do that too.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And it shows it in the headset too.
Okay, one more time.
You got to deflect their little throwing stars. There you go.
And eventually if you last long enough without getting hit again, you'll slowly regain health. So the screen will fade back into view.
Oh my God.
You got two.
Does anybody else want to try that?
Especially people who have never tried VR before.
Oh, come on.
It's just a whole different experience putting on the headset and being able to see it right there too. You feel really immersed.
This is a really unfair start because most people should start with a really easy game. You're being a great sport, let me tell you.
I have no idea what I'm doing here, so going on the record. Now what do I do?
You just look around and whenever you see the enemies, you'll use the swords to defend.
Once I press play, it'll come in.
You can't see anything yet, but
Yeah, push it, Paul.
Oh, wow, okay. That's it? I died already. That is awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, even just looking around the world design in VR, it's
Wanna
like
try?
everything. It's a lot bigger.
We'll play you a more peaceful
inside
game after
VR
this.
than
Okay.
You see on the screen.
It is. And that's something that I was consistently impressed with as well. It seems like each milestone we got to, whether it was, being able to see the map in VR for the first time, or from, seeing the enemies come towards you and throw the shurikens at you, each time it was just a different, wow moment, I guess. And that was
My
really cool to
favorite
see.
part was seeing the map I made inside the headset, how real it looked to me.
But, does anybody have any questions or anything?
I'm not a gamer. My sons have played, and I played along with them. Halo was my last big game, so that probably dates me. But I'm curious about the ninjas and how they decide to throw, some of the logic behind some of it. How do you go about creating that? When they decide to throw, is it when you turn toward them, or is it random, or is it controlled?
Right now, we have it set where there's like a spawner object in the game, and it'll start, there's like 3 different enemies possible, and they all have different movements. As you saw, there's one that comes out the door, one that jumps down from the stairs, and one that comes out the trap door. And it'll select 2 of them to start, and every time you defeat one of them, another one will spawn in. And I think we have it set where they throw stars every 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's on a timer. And,
If we wanted to randomize it more, we could put it in a range, but we have it set at 5 seconds right now.
Yeah,
Would you
so
show them
each
just
one-
a look at the code,
Yeah.
some of the logic, if it won't take forever to load?
It's on Cedar Absolute, wasn't it? Go to script. Go to enemy. So this one, show. So this is just the general code for all 3 enemies. Each enemy has its own separate code to determine how it moves, but this determines how you can attack them. See, like right here, it searches to see if the enemy's being hit by another object, and if the object is tagged as shuriken or sword, then it'll the kill count for the game will go up. It will instantiate the smoke bomb that you saw, and the enemy will destroy itself. And this right here tells it to always look at the player and move towards it.
What is this written in?
C#.
How long did it take to, write the code and get the game where you could play it?
The code probably took about a month, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
We spent a lot of time on just the overall feel of the game, like what we were gonna go with it, but it took about most of November to do the actual code.
One of the hardest parts was getting the gameplay itself to be really satisfying, because of course when you deflect the shuriken, you want it to actually go where you want it to go. So that ended up being one of our biggest challenges, I think. But I think in the end, when you swing the sword, it is very satisfying to feel that. I guess it goes back and hits the enemy.
Other questions?